You feel like having your mind blown? If not, favorite this video, come back later. But if so, we're about to talk about something wild. What if I told you that everything you see, touch, and experience isn't actually real? At least, not in the way that you think. Scientists believe reality might be more like a hallucination, something your brain creates. And quantum physics might actually back this up. So, your brain isn't just seeing the world, it's actually predicting it. Neuroscience shows that what you experience isn't raw reality, but it's your brain's best guess based on electrical signals and past experiences. So, in other words, what you call reality is just your mind's version of it. And here's where it gets even weirder. Quantum physics suggests that reality doesn't actually exist in a fixed state until we observe it. There's a famous experiment called the double slit experiment. It proves that particles act like waves until we look at it. And the second we observe them, they choose a definite form. So what's that mean? Well, the act of looking might literally be creating the reality, kind of like a dream that only forms when you enter it. Now, if everything we see is just a mental construction, and if quantum mechanics suggests that the universe renders based on observation, some physicists believe that we might be living in a simulation. I know you've heard that. So think about that. What if our reality is coded, like a video game almost, and it only renders what's needed when someone is looking? So, if reality is just a projection and the universe only exists when we observe it, what does that mean for free will? Are we creating reality or just experiencing an illusion? Let me know what you think about that, because this kind of changes everything.
You're living an illusion in this life. To live a life is you look at your hands, you look at your body, and you go out of the house. You do the steps. You do what makes your body sweat. You breathe in the air. You have physical contact with people. You talk face to face with people. This is living life. The other thing is sad.
You're not living in physical reality. And I'm going to break this down by breaking down the construct of time. So when you think about tomorrow, whenever you have thought about a future occurrence, yesterday, you probably thought about what you were going to do tomorrow. Like, oh yeah, I got to do this tomorrow, I got to do this. And you were planning your day. And it felt, when you think about certain things, you have a beautiful mind that can picture future occurrences. So you're thinking about this, and then it's like, damn, when you meet the moment and you're in tomorrow, does it feel like tomorrow? Or does it just feel like the same fucking present moment that you've been experiencing your entire life? Because when you're in the moment and you're like, oh yeah, tomorrow, this and that, it feels like, oh, it's something, a day that I'm gonna meet. And then the day comes and it's like, hold on, this feels just like every other day. Because there is no separation. That is an illusion. And I wanna talk about the consistency of thoughts. When you think about something that's gonna happen in the future, you feel this thought form. You feel this reality that doesn't exist, but it exists in your head. The future. To think about a future occurrence, you picture it in your mind. You think about it. That's where anxiety comes from, because a lot of people cling to these pictures of the future. Trauma is from clinging to these pictures of the past. Because truly the future and the past is all in your mind. Meaning, what are you looking at right now if everything that I just said was in the past? Everything that I just said for the past 1 minute and 45 seconds is all in the mind now. So is this moment in the mind right now too? It is. The 3K who just snapped, the only way you can think about that 3K is in the mind. Because this entire time you thought you were in physical reality. It's all up here. None of it is physical. It's physical for a pint of a second, and then it's a memory. It was never physical, because seconds don't exist. All is now. There is no physical fucking reality. You're in the future right now. You're in the past right now. When you first watched this video, you were watching to see what 3K was going to lead up to say in the future. Does it feel like the future right now since you started watching this video? Or is it just right now? Do you remember the first word I said in the beginning of this video? Or is it just a memory that's lost? So was it ever truly physical in the first place? I be trying my hardest to remind you that this is a dream. And I'm not somebody on TikTok. Fuck TikTok. I'm not somebody on TikTok trying to awaken you and remind you and give you some spiritual. I am a projection of your consciousness. When you go to sleep and you have dreams, everything, the corner of the room, the people you talk to, the streets, the dogs, the birds, the sky, the monsters, they're all in your mind projecting an experience, and you think it has an on and off switch when you wake up out the bed. You are still dreaming. Everything that I have said so far in this video is in the past. You think you're looking at 3K knowledge right now. I have fucking put a caption on this video and posted it. I am no longer right here talking. This video is probably old. You're probably watching this late as fuck right now. But you're not, because you're watching it right now. Time doesn't exist. The physical doesn't exist. You're floating in a beautiful experience of consciousness right now. As I look at you right now with this beautiful face, I cannot see my own face. You can see it, I can't. And by you, Universe, I'm talking to myself, which is you. Because you on the other end that is looking at my face, quite coincidentally, you can't see your face right now either. So me and you, while we're looking at each other right now, I can't see my face. You can't see your face. Who are we? If we're both aware of the humans. Look at my mouth as I talk. Isn't this this is the weirdest. What the fuck is this? For some reason, I'm using these bitches to communicate. This might have took a weird turn, but me pinching my lip, that nigga no longer exists. You are dreaming, my love. This is a dream. And I can pinch my lips and move my eyes around and do all this just to break the structure of this storyline that you're going on that's keeping you so attached to this beautiful, temporary dream.
I hate when people ask me what's wrong, because it's not like you can say I'm in an existential crisis due to the fact that I'm painfully aware of everything that's going on and how absurd and nonsensical it all is. Meanwhile, all these sheep are blissfully walking through life with no issues, while I'm deeply conscious, which is causing all my suffering. Meanwhile, I'm trying to find purpose in it all. So instead, I just say nothing.
How have we normalized existence so much that we don't even talk about it anymore? Because if you really think about it, existence is the strangest thing imaginable. You woke up this morning inside of a body with thoughts and memories, emotions, and the ability to experience what we call reality. And somehow we treat that like it's normal, but it isn't. Nobody truly knows what consciousness is. Nobody truly knows why anything exists at all. Not why you're here, not why awareness exists, not why reality is even happening. Yet most of us spend our entire lives never stopping to think about it. We wake up, we go to work, we scroll on our phones, we worry about small problems, while standing inside the greatest mystery that could possibly exist. The fact that you are aware right now, able to hear these words, able to experience anything at all, is unbelievably strange. And maybe we've normalized it so much that we stopped appreciating it. But existence itself should still fill you with wonder.
You ever notice life don't feel real no more? Everybody staring at screens. Everybody mentally exhausted. Everybody rushing. Everybody distracted. Everybody surviving. But nobody really living. People don't even randomly pull up to each other's houses no more. Kids barely outside no more. Families eat together less. Neighbors don't know neighbors. Everybody connected online, but disconnected in real life. That's crazy. And what's scary is, this new generation, they think this shit is normal. Meanwhile, years flying by so fucking fast, people don't even realize they're getting older. That's why so many people feel empty now. Humanity slowly traded real experiences for digital ones. Digital friends, digital money, digital love, digital attention, digital validation. And deep down, a lot of people can feel something missing, but can't explain what it is.
Okay, so tell me if I'm the only one that feel this way. But do this shit feel real to y'all? Like, does this feel real to y'all? It's just like something's different. Like, the timeline has just really sped up. The time is not even time no more, because right now it's 8:35, but it just feels like it's nothing. Like, nothing doesn't feel like nothing anymore. Like, food don't even taste the same. The stuff that I used to love to enjoy, I don't even like it anymore. The people not real. Like, I can instantly come in contact with somebody and tell they're not real. Like, nah, babe, you're an NPC. You don't even have a soul behind those eyes, type stuff. But it don't seem real, y'all. I don't know. Like, I already said that I believe we live in a simulation, but the simulation is glitching or something. Like, this shit don't feel real. I just feel like I'm waking up like the Truman Show. I'm just waking up doing the same stuff on a daily, like, and it's not exciting. Nothing really excites me anymore. Like, what the fuck? I don't know.
None of this is real. None of it. The whole thing is an illusion, and it's being projected from within you out. This is your dream. This is a simulation. It's an illusion. So all your problems, all of your dilemmas, all your trials and tribulations are just that, illusions that you can change at any time. When you reframe your mindset, knowing that this is just a video game, it's just a simulation, and that everything can be changed in a blink of an eye by shift in perspective, do you have true freedom to command reality at will?
Reality is an illusion. We live inside of a holographic simulation that is controlled by our thoughts and emotions. This isn't crazy talk. It's agreed upon in the scientific community that reality is a controlled hallucination. Internalize this information. You're not inside of your head looking out. Your eyes are not windows. You're not inside reality. As consciousness, you are literally the vibrating energy field. You're the fabric of reality itself. In our dualistic mode of consciousness, where we believe there's a subject and an object, a viewer and a thing being viewed, know that whatever you're looking at does not have an independent existence. You create everything that you see right now. Like I said, the eyes are not windows. Your sensory receptors receive information. Our sensory receptors then transform the environmental physical energy into electrical energy in the nervous system. Sensory information is sent to higher cortices of the brain. The brain projects reality out and around you. You are inside your own mind. Objects themselves do not have color. The shapes and color we see, it's our brain creating an illusion for us to properly function in. Time is also an illusion. Nothing other than a conscious observer registers the flow of time. The flow of time is subjective, meaning personal to your view. This video I made represents how we view reality, one thing happening after another. Human beings experiencing time in a linear motion, it's an illusory piece of human psychology our brains develop to make sense of things. Every moment from that video exists right now. It's all now, meaning it can be viewed backwards. We live in one big moment with everything happening right now. So the purpose of me making this video is because once you let go of your dualistic, egotistical, finite view of reality, you finally give your mind the power to manifest whatever you want to because you're literally in your fucking thoughts. Think of the universe as a big ass mind. You are this mind. You just experience it through the filter of you once you open your eyeballs. Your thoughts and emotions send out waves that ripple across the entire universe. And they come back to you in the form of conditions and circumstances in your life. You are what you think. Your subconscious mind, the 95% of you that you're not aware of, is the thing that governs your entire experience of reality. The most powerful ways to program it, 2 different techniques, scripting and visualization. It's better to imagine it, but if you can't imagine, just write. Get you some noise canceling headphones, block out external stimulus. Turn on some meditation music. You will literally feel like you're living in that experience. Stay in that mental and emotional state and watch the dominoes in your life fall around you.
This is what we all want to know. Why they still trying to take what we have left of reality? Why they trying to take reality away from us? It seems like no matter what, you always thought you can count on reality. But we're not seeing the same reality no more. Everything is different. So that's why when you see things that's going on in this world, you question it because it don't make sense. That's why you see a lot of situations being so disconnected now. And you always try to make some logic into it, but there's no more logic. Things change. People changed. Situations changed. And it's just terrifying because at the end of the day, it's like you never thought you'll be living in this world, your country, in this day and age, where things will go so far to the left that it seems crazy, insane. But in reality, it's not insane. And that's the sad part. Because at the end of the day, every time you look up, you feel like your reality is being stripped away from you each and every second. And that's the sad part. That's why you can't have fun no more. And a lot of people say money took the fun out of everything because everything is starting to cost money. They want money for even fun events. They want higher prices. So people really can't afford to. And that's why you see a lot of people, they don't even speak to people no more. They feel like they can't trust people. But y'all may be friends on a social media platform and you will talk to your neighbor there instead of saying hi in person. This is the world that we're living in. And that's crazy how much things have changed. And they seem to not even get no better. I think it's going to get worse. And you see how we living now? Just imagine what life is going to be in the next 30 years. And the cost of living is so expensive. It just don't make no sense. And then AI, they taking all your jobs. And half of the times, when you call in customer service for any company, you majority speaking to AI. You're not even speaking to a person no more. And then on top of that, you go to the drive-thru to get you a meal. I don't know what's your favorite restaurant, but you know what I'm talking about. Half of the time, they want you to do AI. And then you frustrated because AI can't get your order right. And this is the sad times in the world that we're living in. And that's why reality is starting to look like an illusion. Your reality just changed and flipped the script on you out of nowhere. And that's why you're more surprised than ever. But you've been surprised for so long, you're starting to get numb to the situation. You used to be like, you never thought you would see the day. But now, it's just like a normal day. But like how I always say, what's considered normal now? Nothing seems to be normal. And that's why it's sad. Just ask yourself, have you ever sat down and thought about what life would be like? Would it be flying cars? Everything is just so caught up on social media. People validating views and likes instead of real life views and likes. And that's where it's getting out of hand. Because it's a time and place for things. But I guess people forgotten that. And people are still going to do what they're going to do. Even though situations is not logical. Everybody's talking to a chat GBT. And that's the sad part. And that's my take on the situation. Let me know how y'all feel about this one. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. Peace.